Hi everyone, David again. I hope everyone that's watching this video is doing well. I wanted to share the screen of my phone and do a quick video because I was looking at flights to Medellin, Colombia, and I have a family member that reached out to me yesterday asking what do I do as far as looking for flights, how I go about it, and I wanted to share with you all what I consider a good flight versus a bad flight when it comes to traveling to Medellin. So my airline of choice is going through Google Flights. This isn't a paid promotion. I'm just saying that this is what I use, and I'll show you a little bit why as well. So as you can see on the bottom, I've already been tracking a couple flights. Um, I live in South Florida, so that's what we're going to use as the example. And it's just a personal preference, but I like to do one-way trips at a time. So let's look at Miami to MDE, which is Medellin, and let's look at, let's go a little further out. Let's do the 26th, November 26th. Now, of course, there's a financial aspect to it, whether it's a good flight or bad flight for you, that's relative. What we're going to be talking about today, what makes it a good flight or not, is timing. And while this thing is doing its search, I want to tell you why timing is so important and why timing is actually the reason why a flight is good or bad. And the reason for that is it's an unwritten rule that you need to block out at least 3 hours to be in the immigration line. If you haven't been to the Medellin airport, arriving to Medellin before from outside of Colombia, whether, I don't know, America, Europe, wherever, those lines get really long. They're notorious for being very long. So I would say expect at least 3 hours being in that line. So let's look at some flights. And of course, we always want to get the cheapest one. So let's go to the cheapest option. And for November 26th, let's look at these top ones right here. Actually, yeah, these top ones, and then this bottom one too for other flights. So you have a flight that is the cheapest option of the two for top five, and that's going to be leaving Fort Lauderdale, Florida at 6:10 p.m. and is going to arrive in Medellin at 9:40 p.m. This is a horrible flight. Again, why? Because you need to factor in at least 3 hours being in that immigration line. Now, you could luck out and it could be a lot shorter. I've had times where it's been longer than 3 hours. So you got to think about it. You're arriving in Medellin at 9:40 at night, and let's just say it's going to take maybe another half hour for you to, let's say you're catching an Uber, for you to call your Uber, meet up with your Uber. If you're taking a taxi, it'll be a little shorter because they're right outside the door. But a half hour for you to call and get inside your Uber, and it's going to be at least 35 minutes before you get to your Airbnb from the airport. And that's if you're staying the closest to the airport. So let's tag on another hour. So 4 hours, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1 a.m. Around 1 a.m., 1:45 before you get to your Airbnb. Now, what if you're hungry? What places are open at 1:45? And what's this? This is a Wednesday. What places are open Wednesday night at Thursday morning at 1:45 in the morning? Let's say you don't feel like going out because maybe there aren't any options and you want to order takeout from Rappi. How many drivers are usually driving at 1:45 in the morning on a Thursday? Again, how many restaurants are open that have at least quality food at 1:45 in the morning? This is why I consider this a bad flight. And you're tired too, and you got to check into your Airbnb and hotel. It's a hassle. Even though it's the cheapest option out of these five, it's probably the worst flight out of these five. A better option based on timing is out of these five, I would say the best option. I'm personally not a fan of Spirit, but it's the Spirit flight because it gets there at 2:03 and it's nonstop. I like to do this filter. Where is it? Nonstop. I like to do that filter, but if you don't mind layovers, that's fine. But okay, now it's even less flights to choose from. So let's see. Ooh, and you lost that. Okay, so you still have the 610 to 940. So yeah, the best flight out of these two now is 11:15 to 2:46. You add on 3 hours, you're getting out of immigration around 5:45. That's if your flight is on time or early, and then maybe an hour to get to your Airbnb. You're still good. You still have the night. If you want to chill in the room because you're tired, that's fine. You can order delivery, no problem, because it's still fairly early in the night, in the evening. For me, if I had to choose between the top five, I would say, even though early mornings aren't the best for people, I'm personally not a morning person. I would say this 5:30 to 9 o'clock is the perfect flight. It's the cheapest, but also I'm getting there at 9 a.m. If I'm really tired, just sleep on a plane. It's 3.5 hour flight, but I'm getting there at 9 a.m. It doesn't even matter how long I'm in the immigration line, how long it takes me to get to Medellin. By the time I get to my Airbnb or hotel, I still have the whole day to myself. So even though you have to get up, the 5:30 to 9 a.m. is the best flight out of all of these. This is what I consider a good flight. And cherry on top, because it's so early in the morning, you're going to get a lot less people in that line. So you most likely will not have to deal with that 3 hour wait time. It's going to be a lot shorter. It's going to be a lot quicker. That's the pro tip, to do an early morning flight. Because if you do that, you don't have to worry about the immigration line. So I hope this video was helpful. Um, at least for me, when I was doing research on Medellin, when I was on my first or second time going there, I didn't see stuff like this on YouTube. So I hope you guys like this. If you did, please leave a like, comment. I hope you decide to subscribe as well. And I'll see you in the next video.